Hi, Mo here in the Ahrex headquarters. Today I'll be tying a very simple fly. It's just a small leech fly. You can call it a woolly bugger as well. But I think this pattern, for me at least, has worked really well. There's a few tips in here I hope you will enjoy, but let's get down to it. The hook I'm using today is the NS110. I like that because it's a slightly heavier wire than most, and I think it works really well for this pattern. So just attach some black tying thread here. So the first tip I have for this pattern is actually now I'm using a nice Marabou feather, but what I do is I remove the middle here, or the tip of the feather, before I tie it in. Try not to cut off the feathers I want to keep. Just like that. And then I think this is a neat way of tying in the tail. I kind of collect it all in one bunch here, and what I get here when I do it like this is I get a tapered tail, which I really like on my leech flies. Not a complete straight one, but a tapered one. Just put it on top, secured with a few wraps, like that. Look at how good that tail looks now. And just use the rest of the feather and the stem as an underbody for this fly. As I said, it's a very simple fly. It's almost nothing, but still. I cut off the rest. Then go backward, create a loop. One more thing here. Be very careful when you tie down the tail here. I want to have the last wraps as close to the hook bend as possible, trying to prevent the tail from, getting caught in the hook gap while fishing. So as far as back as you feel comfortable with. Then I use this one. The dubbing I'm using here is a mixture. It's 50% of the creepy crawly ice dub from Hareline, and this case is a black hair dub from Kindale in the UK. Actually, you can use any kind of black hair seer dub. What I like about this one is that there's a few red, blue, and gold fibers in there that create some attention. Maybe I hope so, at least. So 50% of each of these two, and then I get this, which is a mixture of the two, and if you can see that on the video, it looks, in my opinion, quite nice. So what I do here is just, pull out a fairly decent bunch here. It's I don't know, 3 inches, 4 inches long. Place it in the loop, and just twist the dubbing twister here. Like that. So instead of adding a hackle and a wire, a rib or something, this is just the body of the fly, nothing else. So no hackle and no ribbing. While I turn this, I kind of pull the fibers backwards to avoid them being caught by the next wrap. Just like that. A friend of mine called this a guide fly, and I'm not a guide, but it's not because it's so simple. And then, most important thing, brush it out. And you get this really nice and wiggly body, like that. And then in the end, just a hackle to finish it off. What I try to find here when I look for hackles for this is a very, very soft one, almost too thin and too, I don't know, not very usable. But on this fly, especially this fly, I think it works really well. You can see it's so thin in the hackle fibers, but for me, I think on this kind of fly, I like it. So I'll tie this in tip first, cut off like that, and secure that. And then, pretty standard. Don't pull too hard because the stem is really thin here as well. It's not a durable stem, but as you can see, it doesn't add a lot of material to the fly. It just gives a kind of a small light skirt. That's one fiber trap there, but it doesn't really matter. Here we go. And the fly is finished. I'm kind of lazy. I just do it like this. So here we go. Black leech, very simple, but I still think there's a few tips in there that you might be willing to use. But I hope you enjoyed the video. All for now. Bye.